It's 5:45. You open the refrigerator hoping that you will be inspired or perhaps handed a dish to put on the table because the looming question, what's for dinner, is hanging over your head. Well, listen, guys, in today's recipe that I'm going to share with you, it takes less than 10 minutes and a crock pot, and you will have some of the most amazing, authentic tasting carnitas on the table. Your whole family is going to love this dish. It's super versatile. We love it, love it, love it in tacos.
If you love tacos, they're really good, and you love food.
Hey everybody, if we haven't met, I am Jen Rivas. I am a health coach, certified nutritionist, and I am bringing you another recipe that is simple, quick to the table, and is going to please the whole family. Make sure to subscribe, but more importantly, hit that notification bell. I come out with a new video every Tuesday with some more in between, and I don't want you to miss a beat. So let's get to the recipe. So quick disclaimer, I've done this recipe with 2 different cuts of pork. This particular one I'm using a Boston butt because my local farmer did not have the pork shoulder with the bone in, so this is a boneless Boston butt cut. But I would highly recommend now doing it both ways, to use the pork shoulder with the bone in. I think it's going to give you more intense flavor, and the fat just tenderizes the meat that much more. So I've got it in my crock pot. I'm going to start with 2 teaspoons of cumin. Then I'm going to add in 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. You certainly can use fresh garlic here, but again, because I'm trying to do quick and easy, I'm just showing you with the garlic powder, but definitely feel free to use fresh garlic. Then I'm going to add in about 1 tablespoon of oregano. Quick tip, guys, dried herbs sometimes need to come back to life, and you can do so in the palm of your hand by crushing it before you put it into the crock pot. Then I put in about 1 tablespoon of salt and quite a few cranks of fresh cracked pepper, probably the equivalent to about 1 to 2 teaspoons. Then I'm going to add in the juice of some citrus. I've done this with oranges. You can really, whatever you have on hand, if you've got lemons, limes, oranges, you can use a mixture of any of the 2 or even 3, but I use the juice of 1 whole lime here and the juice of 1 whole lemon, and that's it as far as liquid. Because there is fat in here, it's going to render a ton of liquid. You'll see here shortly enough. You do not need to add a lot of liquid to this crock pot. And then I'm just using my hands to kind of rub in those seasonings to make sure I get it coated on all sides of the pork before we set it to low and get started. So that's it. That's all that's involved. Then it's just a matter of waiting. We're going to cook it on slow and low for anywhere, honestly, from 7 to 10 hours. Sometimes I've left it overnight for even longer. So this is something you could put in first thing in the morning when you wake up, or kind of like what I did in this particular case. I started it a little later in the day and I just left it overnight and made some tacos the next day. So you can just kind of see this is after about 7 hours. It's just kind of shredding super easily. The fat has really rendered a lot of those juices that you see around the pork. And if you are using a bone-in shoulder, you would just sort of literally just remove the fat cap. It comes off almost entirely in one piece. Some people like to save that and render that down for lard for other dishes. And the bones, it's going to be so tender you can literally just pick the bones out. So here I am next day with my skillet on medium to high. I prefer to use a nonstick because I find when I use my cast iron, it tends to get stuck on there pretty good when I'm trying to sear my meat. So I basically just shredded the entire pork butt after I removed any fat or any of the unwanted pieces, and I'm just going to sear the sides to really get it to crisp up into that nice sort of carnitas look, flavor, and feel that my family, we all love. Obviously, you could easily eat it just as is, but again, if I think you're going for the more authentic carnitas, I definitely think you need to sear it. Now, this could also be done pretty much all in one shot if you were to put it on a large baking sheet and put it under the broiler. I like to do it in smaller portions. Just what we prefer, but if you're baking for a large crowd, just throw it all on a baking sheet and just broil it. You can see I'm adding some of those. I did not throw away all the juice from the pork. I actually let the fat solidify in the fridge overnight. I skimmed all the fat off and I saved sort of the juice from it to use as a flavor enhancer here, as when I'm browning the meat. When it gets a little dry looking, you can add a little bit. Make sure you're not adding too much, because then you're going to just steam it and you're not going to get that crispness. But certainly save it, pop it in some ice cube trays and freeze those for soups, for just flavoring other dishes. It's just awesome, and it's good to use. So you can see here, this is what we're going for. About 2 to 3 minutes on each side of a medium to high heat pan. You're going to get sort of those crispies. Some of that fat, the residual fat that's left, is really going to crisp up. It tastes so good. This is the best part, and this is what we love as a family. The kids love being able to create their own tacos. So we've got lime wedges, lemon wedges, fresh cilantro, tomato slices, some cabbage cut up, and onions and avocados. And I also had some pinto beans that I made from scratch, which you could certainly just as easily use canned if you like beans in your tacos. And that's it, guys. I'm just going to assemble my favorite taco, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because I want to share with you more recipes like this, as well as just helpful tips, recipes, hacks, things that I've learned along the way. It's so good. I just love the crispy texture of the pork and all the toppings together. Oh, it's delicious. And that extra little dash of citrus on top, that lime, so good. Listen, for more recipes like this, make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell, and more importantly, get my latest cookbook. I've got a ton of recipes like this, super easy, real clean, and I promise they won't disappoint. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Right. Bye, guys. See you later. Bye. Boop.